Oh, hey there. Welcome back. So, this is a week of vegan breakfasts. I'm guessing you read that already, but I'm telling you. And this is me after the week, so I'm also telling you that these breakfasts are chef's kiss. Honestly, they're amazing. You're gonna want to try them. I don't really have much to say because I think the food speaks for itself. I have one thing to say. There's a lot of bread in this video. And I'm sorry if you can't eat bread or don't like bread. If that is a thing. Because there's a lot of it here. But I myself can't really tolerate gluten that well, so I eat sourdough and I eat gluten-free bread in this video, just so you know. So don't be put off. I guess my disclaimer here is that there's a lot of bread in this video. I don't recommend or disrecommend you to eat this much bread or toast. I recommend you to eat whatever your body is telling you it wants to eat and whatever satisfies you and nourishes you and keeps you feeling good physically and mentally. So with that being said, let's get into the recipes. Okay, Monday started out as a lot of my mornings do with some sourdough toast. I just keep my sourdough in the freezer because I don't generally get through a whole loaf in a week. So I just added that to the toaster, and then I topped it with some vegan butter and some homemade chia jam, which is just some thawed frozen raspberries, chia seeds, and a splash of maple syrup if you want. If you don't want, don't add it. And I just enjoyed that with a cup of coffee, which is also something that I have every single morning, even though I don't show you every single morning. And then on Tuesday, I started off by marinating some tempeh bacon, which I have the recipe for in my nachos video, which I will link above and below. Then again, we have toast. I added some avocado, some salt, pepper, some fresh lime juice. I also added a little bit of the VioLife vegan feta. Then I topped it with some sauerkraut for probiotics, you know. And then I added the tempeh bacon, and I had a slow morning this day, so I just ate that in the sun while Indy stared at my bacon begging for a piece. And I wasn't quite satisfied after, so I just made myself a little tiny piece of toast with butter and jam like the day before. And then I actually received a parcel which was full of chocolate, and I ate a vegan chocolate protein bar that my friend Ashley so beautifully kindly sent me. Then on Wednesday I had a tofu scramble, so I just started out by chopping up some peppers and then I fried those off in some olive oil. Then I crumbled in like a half to a third of a block of tofu and give that a good mix around. Then I added in a splash of tamari and the courgette, but obviously just use whatever veggies you've got lying around. Then I added in all of my herbs and spices. I started off with some turmeric, some smoked paprika, some oregano, some black pepper, thyme, but just add whatever you want, whatever you have lying around. These are just my preferred spices to have in my tofu scramble. And I just like to add a splash of oat milk to keep it nice and loose so it's not a really dry scramble. Then I just added that to a plate with, surprise, surprise, a piece of toast. Then I topped it off with some hot sauce, and this was so delicious and so satisfying. I love the crunch from the toast mixed with the softness of the tofu scramble and like the fresh bite of the veggies. So good. Then on Thursday, I wanted something a little bit more light feeling, refreshing, so I made some overnight oats, even though it wasn't overnight. I added some rolled oats and some fine oats and some chia seeds and a bit of cinnamon to a bowl. I added a pinch of salt, I added some maca and some hemp protein powder. Then I gave that a little mix around and I added some oat milk, and then I also added a splash of water. Just add however much water you want. You decide the texture, the consistency of your oats, but I like mine to be a little bit thicker rather than on the runny side. So just let that sit for about an hour, and then I decanted it into a bowl to make it look pretty. And then I topped it with some vegan yogurt. I used coconut yogurt here. And then I topped it with some frozen raspberries and some toasted coconut flakes. And I was feeling extra indulgent, so I also added a drizzle of maple syrup to the top of my oats. And this was so good. I really enjoyed this, as you can tell from my face and my body. Pretty happy about that situation. Then on Friday, I took some of this vegan mince from Lidl and I kind of made like a breakfast sausage patty type thing. I just added some hot sauce into it, squished it into a patty shape that would fit into my burger bun. And then I just threw that in the pan. I didn't add any oil because the burger itself is kind of fatty. And then once that was cooking up, then I cut a piece of this vegan tortilla. It's like an omelette kind of. And then I popped that in the pan as well to get warmed up. Then I took one of these gluten-free vegan hamburger buns, which are incredible. Like, they're fluffy, they're not dry. I'm amazed. So just added that to the pan as well to make it a little bit crispy. I think gluten-free bread especially is better when it's a little bit toasted. Then I just added some of this vegan cheese onto the burger and I popped a lid on top, and just let it kind of steam and melt a little bit. Then it was time to put the burger together. So I first put the bottom of the bun, then I put the tortilla, then I put the patty with the cheese. Then I added some hot sauce, of course. Have you noticed a theme here? Then I added some sauerkraut and topped the burger with the bun top, and oh my gosh, this was so good. Oh, I literally was so happy with this decision this morning. The breakfast sandwich is clearly giving me life. um, can recommend the breakfast sandwich for sure. I know that there is no Saturday and Sunday here. I ended up going away actually on like a holiday, a vacation, a staycation here in Spain. So I didn't make my own breakfast on Saturday and Sunday, but I'll insert a little clip here of the breakfast I had at the hotel. It was delicious and it was so nice to not have to do anything. I didn't have to cook, I didn't have to clean, I just had to relax, and it was perfect. I would like to do it again and again and again every weekend. Anyway, that's besides the point. Well, I think we're done here. I just wanted to show you guys that your breakfast can be as varied or not varied as you want. There are no rules to veganism that you have to have a smoothie for breakfast or you have to have oats for breakfast. Have whatever you want. Hopefully some of these recipes inspired you, and if you did like these recipes, give this video a thumbs up. I would really like that. I would also really like it if you subscribed, if you really liked me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!